Hey everybody, this is 80 Different Directions. I'm Jambo Cloud. Christian isn't with us today. This is our first edition of Gaming with 80 Different Directions. I'm first man up today since Christian is at school and we haven't done anything with Fortnite or anything like that yet. But today's game is going to be one that I love very much and I also hate very much. It is Angry Birds 2. A lot of Angry Birds fans out there, I assume. If you're not and you're curious about the game, this is probably a good place to check it out. I'm going to go over each bird, well, each one that I use. There's two that I really don't use much, and that's Blues and Chuck. Well, because they're worthless. I give them an honorable mention, but I'm not going to put them in this video. So if there are any of you out there that want more Angry Birds content in the future, please leave a comment below, and remember to like and subscribe to our channel, because that's how you know new videos coming out without me having to text you. First up is Hal. He's the first one off the bench. He's not in my top 8, but he's the first one I go to. I love him. If I got a top 9, he would be in there all the time, but he's a boomerang, as you can see there on his description. This is a lava level. If you don't know how to use these levels properly, the bird's going to pop an explosion no matter which one you use. And then still you get his effect. So we're going to hit this, boom, there's the explosion, hit his power, he comes back, cuts everything down. And that's a strike. Here's another one. We're going to try to pop that bird up top and then cut everything underneath with his special move. And it's pretty effective, but you do got to time a special move right. Here's one we're not going to get the strike on the room, so we're going to clear out almost all of it so we can at least get a birdie on this one. We got the apple, and I'm going to finish it up with Stella. And by the way, these are all clips of my gameplay. They're not somebody else's, so this is actually me playing, just so you know. And there's where Stella is good at cleaning things out. Now this one, I'm not going to get everything either. It's going to look kind of freaky at first, but Hal will start bouncing around. You're going to see where he's great, because he bounces off of everything and he'll go through anything, brick, stone, wood, it doesn't matter. You're going to see, we're going to try to hit that little gem down at the bottom, and see, there it goes. And now that gargoyle cannon should take at least that big stack out. Couldn't get the strike, but we're going to get the birdie. And Matilda. Now she's not massively destructive, as in good for strikes, but she's more cleanup artist. If I got one little piggy or whatever out there, I'll send her to take them out. Plus, as you'll see here, every now and then you can't get a strike with her if the room's set up right, because when she launches, she's at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to hit her egg, boom, boom. That knocks everything over, and we clean that room up. Now, you don't always get a good room like that for her, but she's still very lethal at taking out high-hanging objects. So we're going to get those two high ones up there. I'm going to fling her down to the first one, pop her special skill, and she'll launch up and get the second one. And hopefully we'll get everything below knocked out to where once again we can at least get this room with a birdie. Here's one where she's doing some cleanup duty, and we're going to use her 90-degree shot to take out the bottom with her blow-up egg, and she's going to pop that top one with her ricochet. There she goes. See, that's where she's really good, is hitting some of those hard-to-reach targets. Now this shows the extended aim. And if you can't get over, you go down through the lava, and you get to it that way. And kaboom! That's why I like Matilda. This is good. You drop it down, and whenever you got bouncy anything, you just get the ball moving and things will just bounce all over the place. I launched the egg down between that platform up there, so she took out the platform above. And the part I hate about Angry Birds, of course, we got everything except for that one little bitty piggy that's left. Stella! I like Stella. I don't know why she's not called Bubbles, but she's not. Stella's really good at cleanup and with the right room, like this one. We shoot down through there. Stella's one of the birds that her special skill will still work after she hits. So like right there, I was able to pop a few bubbles, launch her up. This one, see, I'm gonna aim up there. I think I missed the top bubble on this first one, but I clear everything else out, and that would have probably been a strike had I aimed just a little better. See, I missed it, but you can still see how to use her, and as long as you pop her special move a little bit before its main intended target, you should get a lot of push and a lot of lift. If you wait until it hits, you're not going to get a whole lot. And then of course there we go, we're going to clean that up with Matilda. That's why I love her. I think this is cleanup duty here, but watch how we're going to get everything. Pop the bubble, reach down, get all that, and go up and clean up that one little piggy that was stuck up on the gravity platform. This one should have been a strike. Probably would have been a strike anywhere else, but once again, the hatred part of Angry Birds, we got our two little floaters that just come down and ruin the whole freaking party. Those little floater piggies are not on every single level like that, but every now and then they show up. Oh, now we're going to get to Terrence. Terrence is the big beefcake. He's not always good for a strike, but he's got a lot of muscle, and you can shove him around in a lot of ways. If the room is good, like this one, see, you got to use the little shooting flowers on there. What I'm going to try to do is launch him over, take that low stack out. He's going to get that little flower, shoot up to the high flower, and then shoot over and take everything else out up top. This is where Terrence is the best. And for good measure, there was a few extra points. And now listen, you always got to wait until one bird starts or finishes bouncing around. Targets are already completed falling. And see, here's one to where even though he got turned into a giant rock, his momentum is so strong, the rock still did the rest of his job, and we got a strike. This one I put in here just so you can see that stuff falling off. That's exactly why you wait just a few seconds, kind of eyeball the room before you launch, because you never know when that stuff is going to happen. And now, see, it should have knocked that middle stack over. Everything hit it, should have knocked it out, but once again, that's why I hate the game. My levels are high enough now that it seems like I think they screw with me on purpose. But then we're going to finish it up with Stella. My butt piggies. My butt piggies. This one, I'm going to try to pop up the top there. That anytime you're going to try to knock an entire tower over, I always go for the base. I mean, unless there's balloons up there keeping the top part up, which sometimes happen, but when you get the base and everything above it's going to fall. And with this, once they get outside the gravity, all the debris, and even Terrence will fall straight down. So there's what we wanted. We want debris coming out, pop all the bubbles, and oh my goodness, we get the bonus. We get Terrence. Wait for it. There he goes. Now he'll clean the rest of that out. I'm come through the top. And of course, as usual, beautiful, beautiful shot, yet that one little last piggy is still there. We're getting up to one of my favorites now. This is Bomb. Bomb's got a huge range, and a lot of people don't play him right. You know, you're not going to get a ton of strikes with him, but when you got a room with a bunch of hanging salad, you can pop it all down. This is tailor-made for him. Just aim for the bottom, everything, and then we got our little gargoyle cannon up there just for safe measure. Now this, see, I'm going to hit up top and watch those rocks. Boom, down into that stack, everything. See, wait. A lot of people getting a rush right here, and they'll try to launch the next bird. Not necessarily. Got to let everything finish. Here we go. Now watch, I'm going to take everything out in the front with Bomb and his radius. Look how much he destroys it. You got to get him right in the middle of everything. Boom! All of that's gone. Of course, the Gargoyle Cannon did not show us any love on that, so I cut it out. Now watch this. We're going to cut that bubble off, dude. That little hanger gone, shoot through the portal, and watch where he comes out. And we're cleaning everything out on the bottom. Again, this is another one of those levels. It's nearly impossible to hit a strike if you don't have the right bird available, and even then it's harder. So if you can get a birdie on it, you're good. It's also how to use those portals to your advantage. And we're going to clean it out here with Terrence. See, he just plows through everything. He's the sumo wrestler bird. Here again, we're going to drop Bomb right down in the middle of those first two stacks. We can't get all of them, but I'm hoping I'm going to blow some of that debris over to that taller tower. And right there, see, it hits. Now, why didn't that fall down? Any other time, that would have crushed those legs and it would have fallen over. But you get the point. You got to use his radius. He's got a pretty big one. The more you level him up, the more of a radius he gets. He's one of my favorite dudes to use. Plus, he disintegrates stuff, and you get a lot of points. And there goes Bubble. Finish that room off. Now we go to Leonard. Leonard the Snotty. Leonard, you cannot run into anything before you use his special move, because he will splat into a giant snot cloud. However, you get 3 tries. You can pop him, and pop him. Like I'm going to do right here. Boom, once, back away. We got to get him up there. Get up there a little higher. And then he hits that top one. And he's got a pretty good splat radius too. And then, anytime you got trampolines, just let them do their work. You never know what's going to happen, just like that. This is also where patience waiting for the room to finish comes into play. Here's a great one. This you got to... It's going to be 1, 2, 3. You got to hit him right before he hits that first stack, and then 1, 2, 3, boom, and he swings up and hits the top. Problem is if you're too late, he just splats in the first one. This one, anytime I got something like this, I like to go to the farthest point first, because he's going to launch backwards the same way he came, and then, and then for good measure, a little more cleanup at the bottom. We didn't get the apple, but that's not the important part. Now here's what you do if you just want to run him in. Got one stack, you just fly him into it and let it splat, and he takes care of business that way. Now we're up to Bubbles. Getting one of my favorite birds right here, because this dude is destructive. Now he doesn't do well bouncing off of other bubbles, but man, he'll get into the middle of the stack. This is the same room that Bomb was on. Watch what he does to this. See ya. But as you saw in the previous clips too, he's good for some cleanup duty if that's who you have available to you. This one we're going to go through the portal. I believe this is a good strike right here. Come in through the back, get him in the middle, you launch debris up just like that, it takes out the rest of the stack. Now you got a couple options. You can put them in the middle of the stack and launch everything up and out, or you can blow them up right before the stack and push everything to the side like I'm going to do right there. We're going to shove it over and watch it do its thing. We get a little love from that rocket, and again, this should be a strike. That little piggy over there on the gravity platform should be dead. Why he's not, I don't know. The game hates me. This one, where you see Bubbles can chop through, and only problem is yeah, he doesn't do too well with other bubbles, so he couldn't smash that one down. But my hope was Matilda. Now Red. Red's my 10th guy off the bench. Gotta use him, so I'm gonna put him in here a couple of times. He's got a pretty cool power. He's better than Blue and Chuck. See, he has a little radar and things will crumble. But to actually be able to consistently get a strike in a room with him, not so great. Here's another trick with the lava. Now you're going to see what I was talking about, the lava. See, he's going to explode and use his power. Any bird coming up through the lava like that, it's going to blow up and you get the power. It's a double whack. My number 2 bird on the list is Silver. Now she is very powerful, and she's got a great special move. Her problem is she doesn't do anything against hanging piggies. Everything must be attached to the ground, but when it is in a room like this, you're going to send her up. Now I try to get her as high as I can, because maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me like the higher up she is, the more power. And see, she creates an earthquake and everything on the ground crumbles. Like I said, if everything's attached like this, even though everything's up top, we still hit that gravity pod and it still shook all the ground. And then of course we rely on the portal to shoot debris down through to clean that room out. This one I'm going to clip that floater right on the corner. This is where she's good, because we clip her on the corner, we knock that one down and still hit enough earth to get the rest of it down. That's why I love Silver. She's also great against the king piggy. She will do a lot of damage to a king pig. Now this room I put in here just so you can see how much speed she goes launching through the portal. Like, she's hauling butt. She comes out of that portal hauling even more butt. And of course we don't manage to clean that bottom one out, but the whole purpose was just to see that's another way you can use her if you want to get a lot of impact out of her. And then of course Matilda's, again, beautiful. It's why I love her. A cleanup job. And now we're to my favorite bird, Melody. She's not the most powerful, but she is by far the most destructive. I can do the most damage in just about any room, and she's the easiest one to get a complete strike with. We got bouncy pads up there, so we're going to go through. You shoot up to the highest point and you just let stuff start bouncing around and see what happens. Up to the top, takes care of all that. And now watch everything start bouncing around, and we're going to get those last few little piggies, and this is going to be a good strike. Oh, that's why I love Melody. This one, she's going to suck that first stack up. Now we're going to use the portal. Shoot it right in there, right up to the next stack. That way we get it from the base of the stack, and we don't have to hope that everything comes over the top right. Less chance of leaving a piggy at the bottom. This one, we're going to use that first little floating stack there to go low. And now, by the way, you don't have to launch the skill right away. She'll float for a little while, but you also don't want to have her suck anything up until you're almost there. And then she goes backwards when you shoot her, so I'm going to get low and try to pop up like this. And then we get a little extra love. She gets in the flower shooter thing and didn't need it, but would have been secure. This one, the bubble thingy up there floating is not enough. You got to get her bricks and things. So I go forward like that and then shoot back. You get a bunch of bubbles, it's not going to knock that second stack over. This one, once again, I'm going to shoot over the top of that little stack. Not enough juice to knock the second one over, but the second one has a lot of bricks and wood and blah, blah, blah. And when she fires back, she's going to get that third little one there. And that's a strike. Okay, everybody, that's it for this Angry Birds video. If you guys want to see more on Angry Birds, please let me know. I'll go by the response, the views, the likes, the comments, if any, that we get for this video, as whether we'll do another one on Angry Birds in the future. If you guys want to know about the Tower of Fortune, the arena, the boot camp, the daily quest, anything like that, once again, I highly recommend getting that pass with the extra aiming in it. It's very crucial. It will increase your scores dramatically. You will see. Please like the channel, subscribe, and share it with as many people as you can so we can get this channel up off the ground. And I will see you next time. I'm Jambo Cloud, and this is 80 Different Directions.